Hi. I'm doing a self-care day today. Well, all my days are self-care days. Um, Yesterday I decided to open up about my family. I put in like a 40-minute video. Actually, 37 minutes long. It was very confused and not structured. So I'm starting these like little ones. And this is the first. It's early in the morning. You might notice. My hair is crazy. I look tired. I did not sleep a lot. 3 hours. And then I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep. Well, I went back to sleep and I couldn't fall asleep. I did not fall asleep. Not that I couldn't. I did not. I also did not try. I thought about some things and I was not angry or upset that I didn't sleep. I do not trust any doctor. Ever. Here's a fun little story why. When I was around 13, 14, my mother and my stepfather, my mother and her husband tried jogging and they failed at jogging. They couldn't stick to it. So the good little boy that I am went out jogging to show them how it works. And I did. I started small, gave myself breaks, and then I ran. Then it started. First my mother, the tiny little jabs. Oh, you don't look good in those shoes. Aren't those sports pants a little too tight? And then my stepdad came in. Oh, usually young guys like you shouldn't run long periods like that. It's very bad for the knees and the health. Something about the tendons, blah, blah, blah. So my mother, after I had an injury with a knee, in a swimming pool, by the way, I fell. The swimming pool had a weird inclined edge. So it had a sharp, not sharp, but somewhat pointy. And I hit my knee on this edge and it dislocated the knee. I went with my stepmother. I don't know why they put a needle in for the dislocated knee, but I bet the doctors know best. So I went with my stepmother there. They fixed the knee. My mother was not satisfied. And we went to another doctor as well. The doctor there made a CAT scan, or in German we just call it's Röntgen scan. If you have a different name for it in the US, go fuck yourself, take Röntgen, he invented it, we're the best. Soon your country will be German as well. But back to the topic. So, he did the scan of my knee and found a natural birth defect called Jägerhut, a hunter's hat. 'Jägerhut, a hunter's hat. 'A 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 hunter's So they both agreed it would be best for me to not go running anymore. I agreed. Why would I fight my mother and the doctor who knows best? Hopefully. Last year, I stopped running for a long time. The cardio running, like it was no problem for me to run anywhere else, like have sprints and all that jazz. Years later, actually a year ago, I got curious about this birth defect and if something could maybe be done about it. Turns out there is no such thing. There is a bandage, a form of bandage that looks like a hunter's hat. That's why it's called Jägerhut. So not only did my own mother lie to me about my medical conditions, but a medical professional. I hope and wish him all the best. But I know karma is a bitch. And she's my bitch. And I'm hers. Yeah. Gaslighting. It's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. The effect it has on me today, I don't trust any doctors. Not one. At some point I found a doctor I trusted. A woman here in my city. And somehow my mother got wind of it and went to visit. I never went again. That doctor was lost. I don't go to a doctor when I'm hurting. I don't go to a doctor when I'm injured. I don't go when I'm sick. I didn't go during the plague. And I am working on fixing that mindset. But it's so fundamental. And I am working through a lot of aggression that is dwelling inside my mother wound. And I wish it would only be one. But I had two mothers. And they played for the same team. It was not this guy's team, sadly. Growing up in a narcissistic household, in two narcissistic households, I don't recommend it. Don't fuck with your children like that. I wish I would be filled with gratitude and understanding. But I am now telling you my honest state of mind when I think about these people. I am not filled with understanding or gratitude or compassion. I am filled with unbridled violence. Think of your mother. And I imagine how it feels to punch bones into the floor until my own bones break. I'm ashamed of this. Because all I ever wanted, all I ever tried, was to love these fucking idiots. And all they ever wanted, and all they ever did, was take. I stopped that. They can't take anymore. I went no contact with all friends and family who still exhibit these traits or practice these things, who are not willing to change or adjust. My cutoff game is on par with the best of them. I burned more bridges than I can count, and I'm still dancing in the ashes. They're all gone. I am learning to be a decent human being. But I also am not tolerating any bullshit. I have very, very few friends. I have actually nobody I would consider a friend yet, because it's very new, and I might have some trust issues. I think this is a good spot to just leave it. Thanks for listening. I usually don't do that, but I don't know, I struggle supporting myself. I live on government benefits, and I would like that to change. I don't feel that what I do has value, but I keep doing it nonetheless. What I tried to do half a minute ago. If you could support me, if you feel like that is, I don't know what it is, if you can support me, if you could like and subscribe. I would really like some people to comment. but being ignored or not paid attention to still feels better. It is better being alone. It feels better to be alone than to be with people like that. Cut them off. Get out, move somewhere else. If there's no other way. Let the God of War reign to keep your peace. I wish you all the best. May all your blessings receive you in good time. And I hope I see you soon.